Well, hello there, my darlings, and welcome back to another little episode of the Warframes. And today, as you can see on the screen, we are looking at invasion missions. But before I get into it, if this video or any of my other videos tickle your fancy or are of any use or of entertainment to you, please click the like, sub and or comment button, because that is the easiest way to show me and any YouTuber actually your support, and it keeps us going. So let's get into these invasion missions. Whys, the wherefores. It's kind of an investment of time when we're looking at invasion missions, but there are so many weapons, let alone other things that you can get from them, that it's worth keeping an eye on them. So what can we get from invasion missions first? Well, the first thing is you can get all of these 7 different weapons. Obviously you need to get the component parts one by one, but they will all pop up eventually. So that's 7 different types of weapon, and as you saw, some have incarnate versions which you can get, I believe, from doing the Duviri circuit. And the detonite injectors, field runs and mutagen masses are very important, because you usually have to buy the blueprints and build those from your dojo to build all the dojo weapons. So they're useful to get hold of right at the beginning of the game. And the Mutalist Alid V coordinate is for the mission on Eris, for the Mutalist Alid V assassinate key that you have to build in your foundry. And by doing that assassination mission, you will be able to get the Mesa Warframe. I believe you can get it on Duviri circuit as well now, to make it a little bit like you have other options. But there you go, that's what you need that for. And where do we find invasion missions? We go to our navigation, and across the top there on the right, if you just scroll along, you'll find a little tab that says invasions, and there it is. You click on it and it gives you the options, the availability that you've got right there at that moment. Now let's have a look at those options, because invasion missions is a type of mission that allows players to side with a faction, either the Corpus or Grineer. As you can see, the infested are available to invade, but you can never side with them. So if the infested have an outbreak, you can only side with the other side, which on this occasion happens to be the Grineer. And you can see the mutagen mass is the reward. Now we have to do this mission 3 times, but the type of mission, as you can see there, it says survival. The node changes every 15 minutes, and possible mission types are exterminate, capture, defense, rescue, interception, sabotage and spies. Rescue missions will start the execution timer upon entering the prison tile set, similar to sorties. Sabotage mode involves destroying a reactor core located on the enemy ship with only 1 coolant cell, unlike regular sabotages that use a reactor sabotage for the Grineer Galleon or the Corpus tile sets. Spy missions feature a single data vault located on the enemy side of the map. So when you've got 2 factions, these tile sets are very unique in the fact that you can go from, say, the Corpus to the Grineer side via like a little alleyway kind of thing that's connecting the 2 enemies. It's kind of interesting. And you have to do whichever side you've supported, you have to do that mission 3 times. Now, in the time that it takes you to do 1, 2, 3 times that mission, it may cycle over and change. So you may have come prepared for an exterminate, but actually it may turn into a defense, but for the same fight. Okay, and once you've done it 3 times, you'll get your 3 little ticks, and eventually you will get sent the part that you earned. You'll usually get it via an email communication. So the attacking faction is represented on the left with a percentage of capture. The faction being attacked is represented on the right, and once either side reaches 100%, the invasion ends and the node returns to its regular mission type, and that is when you will get your reward. Also, whoever you side with, they will help you during the fight, and the player will attract the attention of either the Zanuka Hunter or the Goose Drag 3, sometimes even the Stalker, by defeating the Forid when you do these missions. So i.e. you'll anger them and they'll start coming in other missions, but that lends itself to other resources that may drop. Other little details include the winning faction occupies the targeted node for 24 hours and eventually contributes towards a construction status, which is a toll that will be taken by the players at a later time for supporting either the Grineer or Corpus, and it contributes towards a Balor, Fomorian or Razorback Armada event. Each will appear near a targeted relay once the construction is complete, and the Lotus will warn all Tenno, basically you'll get like an email about it, that we have to partake in it, and the message includes an item blueprint required to access that node. And if you didn't know, this is like a game-wide player involvement event. Failure to destroy the Balor Fomorian or the Razorback Armada within the allotted 3 days results in a loss of a relay. However, this has only happened 4 times in the entirety of Warframe's history when the Fomorian sabotage was introduced back in update 15. Interesting, right? I love the little details I keep finding as I'm doing these videos. So there you go, my darlings. The invasion missions are very much worth doing and keeping an eye on, and sometimes you will be called to arms and you are actually needed within the game to keep the relays safe. I'm not even kidding. Did you know this? I kind of knew it, but I was doing invasions and the those 2 different events anyway back when I first started Warframe because I wanted all the goodies. You do get a lot of credits and usually like an Orokin catalyst or something as a reward from doing those Razorback Armadas, etc. So very much worth keeping an eye out, and also making a note of what parts you've got for which weapons, because they've all got multiple parts that are needed. However, if you accidentally or on purpose get a spare part or a spare set, they are all fully tradable to your fellow gamers for a little cost. Or you might just be really friendly with your clan dojo mates and be like, oh hey, I have a spare sheave blade or whatever you need. And the other good thing about invasion missions is they're usually very well populated missions, and sometimes when you start your first one, other people also need to do it 3 times in a row, so they'll often start the next mission because they need to also get their 3 for their parts that they want and desire and need. And like I said, the detonite injectors, mutagen masses and field runs are worth getting, especially at the beginning of the game if you haven't built everything from your clan dojo inventory. Weapon wise, they all need those components from the different labs. Very much worth making a list, checking it twice. Depends how obsessive you are about it. I wasn't at all. Maybe I was. Anyway, my darlings, I hope this has helped you in some way. I won't keep blathering on. As you can see, Cora, I popped her out to do an interception. And like I said, the missions may phase over and change in between your first, second and third go. So if you're a player that likes to have a specific loadout for a specific type of game play node, like exterminate, capture, defense, etc., just keep an eye on them before you head back in. It's easy to get caught out. However, they're all very doable. They're not too difficult. And like I said, they're very well populated. So in the meantime, my darlings, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or you just want to join in on the fun, come and join my Discord. The link is on my channel. All are welcome, and it's not just Warframers over there, it's mainly Warframers, but I play other games on my channel. I've done a lot of Warframe videos, but you will find other playlists of me just blathering on, the home of soothing but meandering commentary. That's what I like to think of myself, and I'm here for your entertainment. But if this video helped you in any way, or any of my other videos help you or entertain you, please, like I said at the beginning, feel free to drop me a like, a sub and or comment. I welcome all 3, and I see you. I see the people that are doing that, and I really do appreciate you. So in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what it may be. But in the meantime, you take care now, and goodbye.